welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are not new here. My name is Sarah. I am an intuitive tarot therapy reader. I am a licensed professional, or a certified professional life coach, and I am also a certified Reiki master and healer. If you should choose to use me as your personal services provider, I would be so blessed and highly honored. Today, we're just going to kind of jump right into it. Today's reading is for the full moon in Gemini, upcoming on November 27th, 2023. But whenever you find this reading, it is timeless as well. It can, be prescribed as timeless as well. So, whenever you find this, it is meant for you. Also, this is a general reading. As I remind you every time, take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. Not everything is going to be for everybody. With that being said, thank you for coming and joining me. I am so glad to do this with you guys. Let's just jump right into the reading. Today's full moon in Gemini reading will be all about the upcoming full moon in Gemini. And the full moon in Gemini is all about like communication, thoughts, because Gemini is an air sign, also a very fast moving air sign. This full moon in Gemini is really based around like communication, thoughts, ideas, exploring those ideas, and how you kind of go about those things in your world. And a card. Oh my goodness. So, okay. This card was on the bottom of the deck when I pulled the deck out of the box. I don't typically take the bottom of the card, the bottom of the deck card, but this card happened to fly out again. We'll go over it in just a moment here. All right. Ooh, okay, we're starting off a little bit heavy, but let's get some clarification. Let's get some elaboration on it. Wow. Okay. Opa. Ayo. Okay. There is a little bit of heaviness in the reading, but overall, I still have to get one more card, but overall, the reading is damn good. There's a little bit of heaviness, but that's because we as a collective are collectively experiencing heaviness, and we as a collective have collectively gone through heaviness. So let's get started here, shall we? First card here, that was on the bottom of the deck that I felt like it needed to be pulled, but I was like, you know what? If you're meant to come out, pop out. And so she did. The Hierophant. The Hierophant speaks of soul contracts. The Hierophant really speaks of the contracts that we hold within our soul, and why it was incarnated in this lifetime, and then what it was meant to experience, the specific soul contracts that we were meant to experience in this lifetime with other souls. Also our own soul, for our own soul's development, okay? So take that however it resonates, but this full moon, there's a lot that's going to be around soul contracts. So really pay attention to your intuition when the themes are coming up of feeling like you have a bond with somebody, of feeling like you have a bond to something, of feeling like you just are meant, like there's something that is meant to be more for you. Really raise your awareness about that and have heightened awareness about it, because Spirit is wanting you to pay attention. Pay attention to that. Some of these soul contracts you may have experienced and are, some of these soul contracts that you may have experienced in the past may have caused you some heartbreak with the Three of Swords here. The Three of Swords is like, to me, and, traditionally speaking, is one of the most like heartbroken cards in the deck. So with the Three of Swords here, it leads me to believe that you have experienced a lot of soul contracts here that have led to heartbreak, that have led to like really, really fucking painful lessons in this lifetime, babe. And you're just kind of like slowing down and you're like, enough is enough right now. Like you're kind of at your wit's end, is what I'm feeling. Enough is enough. Like you want to slow down and like really recover and heal from all of this heartbreak here that you've, kind of compiled over the past like time, whether it be weeks, months, years, whatever, however it resonates with you. But there's a dual meaning to this soul contract card here, because Spirit wants you to know that not all of the soul contracts that you have had in this lifetime are meant to be bad. In fact, there are soul contracts coming up for you that are meant to be more joyous than not. Because a lot of what you've experienced is to level you up, is to create challenge within your life. It is to create development within your life. And I know, me included, I am tired of the development lessons. Like I am exhausted with it. So babe, you and I right there. Okay. But Spirit is just saying, Source is just saying that you have experienced enough heartbreak, and Source is also recognizing the work that you have done to recognize your own like inability to set and keep your boundaries, and you're setting and keeping your boundaries now. And that is like the biggest lesson that they wanted you to learn. So now that you're setting and keeping your boundaries, Spirit is like, okay, now we're going to come in and bring in the joyous. Now we're going to come in and bring in the love soul contracts. Now we're going to come in and bring in the compassion soul contracts towards you, because you have learned what you're supposed to learn. All of the readings connect. If you haven't picked up on it already, or if you are new to this channel, I would recommend going back and watching the prior week's readings, the prior astrological readings, right? So the next card we have here is the King of Cups. This could be taken differently for a lot of people. However, what I'm gathering is there was a King of Cups that came into your life, handing out this cup, or there was multiple Kings of Cups that came into your life offering you a cup, and it ended in heartbreak. And it ended in a lot of pain, and it ended in a lot of lessons. And, there was suffering within those things. There was a lot of suffering included in that. However, perspective shift, the suffering brought about the lessons that you needed, the lessons that propelled you into setting these clear, concise, strong fucking boundaries, so nobody pulls that shit with you again. Each like level and each like new person, there's something little that's been different, and you've learned, okay, I need, whatever it may be, I need to enhance my boundary on this. I need to, shift my boundary on this in order to enhance the boundary over here. What have you? These have been very good lessons for you. And your true King of Cups is going to be coming in, but he's not going to be coming in. See, a lot of the people were presenting themselves as like the King of Cups, and I want to say the King of Cups in a lower vibration. A lot of people were presenting themselves as the King of Cups, like, oh, here, you can have my love, when it was all a facade. Okay? It was all of a facade, and quite frankly, it was all a load of bullshit. Okay? It was all bullshit. All right. And we call bullshit when we see it. And if any of you who have watched me since the beginning, y'all know that this channel is authentic and we're all about calling the bullshit where we see the bullshit. Okay? This is not all in love and light. We are very real here. All right? But this new person, even if this is an opportunity for you, if you're with somebody right now and this is an opportunity coming in, however it presents itself, but the majority of you are going to experience this as either a new person or a new version of your person that you are with. So the next card here we have is the Emperor. So the Emperor is speaking of that higher vibrational partner. Is speaking of that higher vibrational partner energy. And I mostly read it from the divine feminine perspective, but divine masculines who do watch my videos, please feel free to, again, determine this and interpret it as you will. This does not have to be physically in the body of a masculine for it to be like divine masculine energy coming through. So really what this Emperor card is showing me is you're going to get somebody coming in for you who's going to actually show the fuck up for you. You have been showing up for people time and 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 time of fucking again. And you're exhausted and you're just drained, like from pouring into people who have not been pouring into you. And Spirit has seen you set those fucking boundaries, babe. Spirit has seen you learn your fucking boundaries. And Spirit is very okay. We see that she's learned her lessons. Now, that being said, Source Spirit is also going to bring in tests for you to make sure, the last little bit of tests for you just to make sure that you actually have learned and are implementing truly the things that you have developed within yourself over the past little while. Again, however long that be. Excuse me. But you're just really, so you might want to be cognizant of that. You might be sent another dingleberry over here. That's a fucking King of Cups, motherfucker. Okay? You might be sent one of these guys, a little one to test you. But babe, you're gonna recognize this Emperor energy when it comes in. You really are. You really, really are. And then this Emperor is going to be somebody, look, right here, boom, 3 of Pentacles. Somebody you're going to be able to actually fucking partner with. You're going to be able to be partners with. You're not going to have to beg. You're not going to have to do anything extra so it's the 3 of Crystals. Sorry. In this deck, it's the 3 of Crystals, but it signifies the 3 of Pentacles. So a partner that you're not going to have to beg to do anything. Y'all are just going to have organically a balance, and you're going to be able to come into a flow. And yeah, you're going to be able to delegate the responsibilities, the roles, just easily, right? So overall, the energy is really focusing in on soul contracts. That's where the thought part is coming in. Okay. So overall, let's take a step back. Objectively speaking, what Source wants you to pay attention to, one is really be cognizant. Maybe take a mental checklist of everything that you've experienced with every person that you've experienced it with, especially the ones that you've seen as soul contracts. Really gain some different type of clarity. Think about it, go introspective for a minute, and just kind of think about it from an objective, from the 50,000 foot view, not just the 500 foot view. Really examine it. There's the word. It was trying to come out. It got there. Really examine those connections, those soul contracts that have been in your life. Really examine them, okay? Through this full moon in Gemini, because a light is going to be shown on them and what exactly they were to teach you. So that way you can process it, move through it, and baby, this Emperor energy is going to come in. That's going to be a equal partner with you. That's going to be able to ebb and flow with you in the roles and responsibilities of a connection. Okay, guys, I thank you for joining me again. I'm so glad that you did. I hope that you got from this reading what, everything that you needed, the guidance, the just kind of navigation through this full moon in Gemini. My cards would go in. Thank you again for joining, and I hope to see you next time. If you choose to use me as your personal services provider, please feel free to do so. Shoot me an inquiry. My information is in the description box below, as well as in the bio. Also, if you should feel called to, my best friend and I make these videos for you and the content for free. So please feel free to also please feel free to also, if you feel called to, donate to us in the Cash App. Link for that is in the description box below as well as in the bio. Thank you so much. I love you. I hope that you have a beautiful, blessed full moon in Gemini. And please feel free to share in the comments how this resonated with you. Thanks, guys. Love you. Bye.